What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Ask a Fence Gal Friday.
That's right.
Is it Friday? Should we start saying Happy Friday? Yay.
Oh.
Maybe that's the dad in me. Maybe is that a dad joke?
Let's let them decide. What would you rather hear?
Oh.
Happy Friday or Happy Friday?
We are starting this live off with a poll. The poll is, would you rather have it be Ask a Fence Girl Friday or Ask a Fence Gal Friday? Yay. Leave that in the comments below. We're getting good at this video thing.
Yeah.
So, be sure to like this. If you enjoy watching this, give it a like. It lets Facebook and YouTube know that we're doing good stuff.
Yeah. I want to let people actually watch it.
Yeah, that's helpful. That's helpful. I mean,
it's not just us talking to a wall.
Maybe there's not. Well, actually, we know there's at least five people tuning in, so I really appreciate that. The problem is, so it tells us there's 5 people. Oh, we're up to 6 tuning in, but doesn't tell us who they are.
Yeah, right.
So if you say hi, if you lets us know you're here, and we'll pop it up, and we'll say hello to you as well.
Absolutely.
But so if you're just joining us, big poll for the show today being. Yes. Is it Ask a Fence Girl Friday or Ask a Fence Gal? I say girl. Ask a Fence Gal Friday.
We'll see.
Stay
tuned.
I have feelings for it one way or the other.
Sure.
But
yeah.
If the viewers decide, if the viewers vote, it's up to them.
Well, because really it's their show. You know what I mean? We're just here.
We're here
to moderate it. Really.
Yeah. Just talking about fence stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I mean, if you guys are here last week, you know that sometimes we talk about other stuff.
That's true.
We actually talked about fence most of the show last week, and I was pretty excited about that. I was pretty proud. 10
minutes, maybe?
Yeah, there's a little bit of alien talk there at the end of it, but it's going to happen. I mean, let's be honest. It's going to happen.
We
got a first comment up here.
Hello,
what's up, Alan?
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you joining us and saying hello. Absolutely. Hello, Alan. So, Alan, let us ask you, since we know you're here, should it be Ask a Fence Gal Friday or Ask a Fence Gal Friday? I would say asking for a friend, but I'm asking for me. Oh, first vote in. What is up, Sean? Friday. I love it. I love it.
I like it.
I don't want to add my bias to the voting though, so maybe I shouldn't say I love both equally. You decide.
That's right.
Of course, guys, what this is we do a live broadcast every Friday from noon to 1 Central where we answer all your fence questions.
Yeah.
Where I ask the fence gal some questions, and then we kind of feed off of your guys' comments here, and we kind of go from there. So if you guys have a question or comment, leave it in the comments below. We'll pull it up on screen, and we'll be sure to answer it. Absolutely. And you'll help us put together a really good show.
That's true. I like it.
We're all partners in this together, if I can use my words correctly.
Well, the biggest thing I think is if you've had that question, then there's likely other people have too, so it's helpful.
Yeah, that's the thing. Absolutely. That's precisely the point. If one person has that question in their mind, there's likely a handful of other people have had that same question or a version of that question.
Yep.
So you asking it can help us answer that question for other people too.
Absolutely. Oh, second
got another vote.
Oh, all right.
Friday. I love it. I love it. All right. 2-0. Friday to Friday.
Yep.
So we'll see.
I don't know.
We should have put that in the Facebook post. I thought about this too late.
We'll have to think of our polls quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're still figuring this out. We're fence folks here.
Yeah.
We're not big tech folks yet.
No.
We're getting there.
Not big poll people yet.
Not big poll people yet. No. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it to where you actually have you guys would have down here in the lower thirds, like a clickable poll. I don't know how they do that kind of magic, but
okay.
Or I don't know how that works. You have to vote somewhere, but
you've seen it specifically on here.
I'm rethinking that now.
I'll say, is it Instagram? Because I know on Instagram you can.
I've seen it on Instagram. I think I've seen it. I don't know.
Okay.
I saw it somewhere. The technology exists, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
We're gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Well, we're not doing fence stuff. We'll figure out this poll business.
Exactly. All right. We've got our first fence question. In post, final.
I have a leaning in post. Final post at the end of the fence line against the house. Mm-hmm. Options to fix it? Question mark.
All right. And she specified, or
it's a wood post.
Yep.
Okay.
Wood post.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna put the actual question back up here.
Yeah.
So, good news, bad news.
Yeah.
Bad news is with wood posts, once they're really leaning, as long as it's not a simple, maybe the post wasn't dug or the hole wasn't dug deep enough.
Right.
Sometimes that'll cause leaning because, you know, it kind of comes up. Typically, you don't see a lot of that around here. Normally, it's when that post is warped. So, unfortunately, there's not a great fix for that. You can do a couple things to help if that panel is also leaning. You know, you can do a spacer post. But what we like to do a lot of times is kind of put, well, for lack of a better term, like a replacement post, like next to it to where it's straight. We can reattach it and then eventually get rid of that leaning post. But there's not a real great way to fix the actual post, just kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And that's exactly the way I would put it is, you know, there's two reasons why it's leaning. I think that's probably our follow-up question to you, Sean, is why is it leaning? If it is just not being set properly, that's probably best case scenario.
Yeah.
Then you can dig around it, make it straight again, pour some concrete to fill that void, and that ought to keep it straight. Yeah. But to your point, if it's warping or twisting, there's not a lot you can do there. I mean, theoretically, you could dig on the side away from the lean and push it, and then again fill the existing void or the void that remains with concrete.
Yeah.
Problem is, if that post is warped, it's probably not warped at a consistent angle.
Right.
So, you know, if you push it over, well, now the bottom's going to look
leaning, even though the top is straight.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so it makes it a little.
Nope.
Makes it a geometry problem.
That's right.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. So to Sarah's point, you could put a replacement post next to it, a nice straight replacement post, and then cut the warped post away. It's going to be it's going to be labor intensive. Sure. I mean, no matter how you go about it. I mean, you could try digging away from the lean, push it back straight, and then fill that void that remains with concrete. Yeah. Just to keep it from coming back. But likely though, that's going to push the bottom part, the part that hasn't warped yet, out. Yeah. So because usually it bows in a curve, right? Yeah. So if it's curved and you push it to where that top is straight, now your bottom's leaned out. Yeah. So it could look a little odd. But that might be the easiest thing to try first.
Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and then you're back to square one where you're putting that next post, there. Yeah,
you're kind of there one way or the other. Yeah. So kind of try the easiest route first. And if that doesn't work, well, you'll still have to replace it.
Could be a Band-Aid to put on it until, you're able to do the other adjustments for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
That's a good question.
Great fence question.
We see that a lot, actually. So
great fence question, Sean. Keep them coming. We love your fence questions.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so how goes things at Ozark Fence this week?
Good, busy. Yeah, good. But yeah, it's been a little unique. We've got all kinds of things. We had wood. We had all kinds of projects, between commercial and residential. But we had a little bit of wood. We had a little bit of black chain link. We had a little bit of regular chain link. We had some ornamental thrown in there.
Yeah, we kind of hit all the fence types, really. Yeah, wood, chain link, but then like you said, I saw some galvanized chain link and some black chain link come through, and then ornamental iron and ornamental aluminum.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
So I think, really, guys, of the fence styles and designs, materials that we offer, I think we hit them all this week. We didn't do any post and rail.
Oh, that's true.
So that's the one thing we didn't do.
We did that a few weeks ago.
It did a few weeks ago. That's right.
Yeah. And actually, maybe next week I'll show that because that one ended up being cool. He put the post and rail on the corners of his property. He has a larger property, but he sits kind of on almost like a corner where there's two major streets. And so he wanted to define his property. Yeah. And it turned out really cool.
Yeah. Well, you see that a lot on larger, what you would call like an estate sized property. Yes. It's something 5 acres or more, where you really just want to define, hey, this is the property line, but do it in a way that looks nice. That post and rail turns out pretty slick.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Now, did you guys do it? I should probably know more about this. Did you guys do it where it was 3 rail at the corner, then goes down to like a 2 rail? You know what I mean? Kind of angled.
Sort of. Well, we didn't do 3 rail. We just actually did the 2 rail.
The 2 rail. Okay.
Because it wasn't really 4 foot high. It ended up being about 3.
That makes sense.
So he had seen some, I'm sure on Pinterest. He'd sent me a picture, and I was like, perfect, because he's trying to explain it in his head, and I'm like, you got a picture you can show me? Sure. You see, I'm like, oh yeah, that's perfect. But it was 2 rail, and then we did taper down on either side of that corner to where it came into the post. So the post was maybe only a foot or so off the ground, but
I like that look a lot.
Yeah,
I really
it looks nice and finished. It's awesome.
Good.
But yep, it was a good project. But I think this might be the first in a long time that we've done everything in 1 week.
Checked almost every box in the same week. Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
It's been a crazy week because the weather's been cooperating. Yep. The weather wasn't as cooperative last week, so some of the projects got pushed off the finishing. Some of the projects got pushed to this week,
true.
But checked almost every box.
Yep, it's awesome. All right, Sean says
you're very welcome, Sean.
Yeah, thank you.
Very welcome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for creating good content for the show.
Yeah, it's kind of like we said before. We don't know what you don't know, so it's kind of hard. No. Your hooligans are waiting for you.
They're still currently waiting at the Fireside Grill. Well, that's
I'm concerned. That's got to be a big tab.
They've been there for a week.
Wow.
Guys, I'm not coming. I don't know if you thought I was coming, and
maybe they were waiting for you.
That's what I mean.
I've been waiting this
That's
entire
what I said.
week
We're still currently waiting for you at the Fireside Grill.
Have you gotten through all the menu though? Maybe it took them a really long time to read the entire menu or listen to the entire menu.
I've got the voicemail.
Yeah.
And it's pretty comprehensive of every item that Fireside Grill offers. So Jeff, thanks. I appreciate the menu. And you can go home now. Unfortunately, I'm not coming.
Not coming. All right.
We did miss it a lot.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brent. How are you, sir?
Yes.
I always like it when Brent joins us. He's a breath of fresh air, a ray of sunshine. He's an overall great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Like Brent a lot.
Yep. Brent's a good guy. I don't really know what this one means, Jeff.
It's on OZ Fence.
Maybe it's on. It's on OZ Fence. We're leaving Fireside Grill.
Well, OZ Fence isn't coming to Fireside Grill either. No. The guys are out working. I don't think we're all going to pack up and go to Tulsa.
Although
give them the option, you would see some orange trucks rolling to Tulsa.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they would jump at the chance.
We have a commercial client that does a lot of tennis courts. Right?
Yeah.
Some of those are, just tall fences. They're great, but very loyal customer. We love her a lot, and she actually has 2 of these tennis courts going in Tulsa.
Yeah. So technically, we will sending some guys over to the Tulsa area.
Yeah.
So,
but not a common thing. Not something we make
and it's not coming up like today.
No.
So you wouldn't want to be waiting around at Fireside Grill.
No, it's a couple months away. Do not wait that long.
Yeah.
Do not wait.
No.
What?
Yeah. So Brent lives over in California, in Northern California, if I remember correctly. So they're battling forest fires. I saw Brent post about this on his Facebook. Yeah, in the middle of January. Like, how crazy.
Well, but California, they don't get a lot of the winterish weather, right?
Well, no. Northern California is a little bit different. Yeah. So they should.
The Bay Area. Okay.
Right. No, okay. They should be having winter weather. So California's been hit hard this year.
They're having a rough year.
Yeah, specifically for fires.
Yeah.
They've been having a lot of fires.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brent, maybe it's a sign.
Yeah.
Now, Brent's got a new side-by-side. He's been riding out in the desert. So I've been vicariously living through Brent's side-by-side adventures. Okay. So it might be that he just has to bug out to the desert. He's also got a camper on his truck. So
that's cool. Don't tell TJ that. Don't make me get rid of the horse trailers, living quarters.
Yeah, Brent and TJ would be very good friends. Yeah? They would be very good friends.
I love it.
For sure.
Where Brent, if you'll comment exactly where in California. I'm just curious. So TJ's actually from Modesto, California.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. So they would be even better friends.
They would be best friends.
Even better friends. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
What is up, Jackson?
Hi, buddy.
Why aren't you taking a nap?
Uh-oh.
Why aren't you having quiet time? Actually, Jackson informed me, it was either this morning or yesterday morning, that he is a big boy. And big boys don't take naps. I said, well, and actually his mother said, well, they do when they're not being good listeners. So, yeah. Big boys that are good listeners and good helpers can have quiet time on the couch.
I like that.
So we'll see. If he's not taking a nap, maybe that means he's being good. Maybe that means he's being a good listener and a good helper.
That could be.
Maybe.
Well, it sounds like Miss Josie didn't want to sleep last night. So she probably, maybe mom needs a little extra help. Maybe he's being a good helper. Let us know. Jackson, are you being a good helper?
Yeah, let us know, please, Jackson.
Yeah.
So Taylor sent me the funniest video this morning. So I've got a microphone similar to this at the house for when I have to do these from the house. So it's sitting on the counter, actually waiting to come back here. And she sent me a video. He had climbed up on the chair because he jumped in on, what was it? I think it was it was one of the ones we were doing from the house. I think it was Ask a Fence Gal.
Yes.
He had joined. He climbed up in my lap, and anyway, so he's sitting there at the counter this morning, going, "Show's over. It's time to read." And he's got a book. Like, that kid, he cracks me up.
He's gonna have a YouTube channel by age 5.
That's probably not far from it.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the beach.
Yeah.
You're living the dream, Brent.
Yep.
Living the dream.
You're not kidding. So this guy, I first met Brent, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. No, it's maybe longer than that. Quite a while ago.
Okay.
So actually it was 2015, so 6 years ago. And so I met him by playing video games.
Oh, okay.
Playing PlayStation.
Sure.
And but then we started connecting and all that. So then I started following his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because he was he's a dive master, so he takes people scuba diving.
Okay.
He also goes spear fishing for like lobsters and stuff like that and cool fish. And then recently he got the side by side and goes out into the deserts. I am living like vicariously completely through Brent's life.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Lives by the beach. He can, a lot of these videos he's going, I don't know, guys. I just I got a little bored, so I'm gonna go scuba diving.
Heck yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I want that life.
Here we're I got a little bored and I walk through the woods.
You could go scuba diving at Table Rock Lake.
You don't want to know what's in there. I don't.
No, you don't. But so to get your certification, you got to dive the dam.
Yes.
And I've heard some stories about guys diving and gals diving to the dam. You get down to the bottom, and the catfish there are big around as 55-gallon drums.
Yep.
They're like, so one guy settled at the bottom and thought he was standing on a log, like a big log. He's like, and then it moved. Nope. I'm out. I'm out on that. No, thank you.
I go swimming too much in Table Rock to want to know what is in it. Nope.
It's better you don't.
No, I don't want to know.
I love that it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Because then you just don't even know.
You don't know.
You just assume that there's nothing in there.
Are there fish in there? I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
You're like, if you're swimming, you're like, yeah, no.
Yeah, you're like, nah, there's
snakes,
no fish.
definitely not. It's basically just like
it's a snakeless lake. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big bath.
Like a pool.
Yeah, like a big pool. That's right.
Cool. No rules. Yeah. All right.
Hi, Lori the rock star is with us. What is up, Lori?
Hi, Lori.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So, Lori, if any of you have called Ozark Fence in the last year, probably you have talked to Lori.
Yes.
Lori's kind of our first contact with folks.
Yep.
She runs the call center. She accepts all the calls there, which I said she does. She's actually passed the torch on.
She's
been promoted.
Manager now. Yeah. She's highfalutin now.
I tell you what.
Which does not mean that she's also not offering awesome service.
Sure.
She's just fancy now.
Her rock star level has been elevated, if you can imagine that.
Yes. So she's actually trained Stephanie,
that's right,
who is our new customer service rock star.
That's right.
She's awesome. We love her a lot.
Yeah, so now if you call Ozark Fence, you get Stephanie.
Yep. Absolutely.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
So,
occasionally you get me. Sometimes you get Candace.
Yeah. You never know.
It's a mystery. Yeah.
Welcome, Lori. Tell Sarah.
You already did. Yeah.
Yeah. I did. So when you sent me the text, I was in the office, and so I told everyone there in the office. So
got a good kick out of it.
Josie's been crying a lot lately. A little kid. Just we tried to reason with her, tried to negotiate, and she's not having it. No. She just wants to scream sometimes.
No.
And so Macy told Ted, she's like, "I'm sorry, your baby's broken." Good one, Macy, kid.
At one point, you were a broken baby.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Yeah. You used to cry all the time.
A lot.
All the time.
Yeah, until really the last year.
That's when we learned that babies don't have like return policies. You cannot take them back. They won't take them at all.
No.
And they get mad.
No exchanges either.
No.
Nothing.
Like, I mean, the guys, this has to be a mistake. I am a well-mannered person who is often very quiet.
Yes.
But this baby is very outspoken, to say the least. And
scream at me all the time.
Not reasonable at all. I think there was a mistake.
I would say that it might be hostile. I don't know, but
yeah,
it's
if you heard Josie screaming last night, you would definitely think it was hostile. Her lungs are developing quite nicely. She's
doing great.
Yeah, she can really belt it out. It's
That's
only
good.
been 3.5 weeks, and she is getting great at crying and screaming.
That's good.
She's excelling at it, you might say. Yeah,
okay.
Overachieving, really.
Overachieving. Maybe like a professional crier.
Yeah, we tried to teach her like the quiet game.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
She doesn't get it yet. She doesn't get it yet.
Okay.
And like, so, all right, first and foremost, kindergarten teachers are like saints of people.
They really are.
Macy's kindergarten teacher had taught them crisscross applesauce, put a quiet bubble in your mouth.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You got to hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they're holding their breath, they're not talking.
Yeah.
Such a great idea.
Genius.
We tried to teach Josie that. She's not onto that yet.
Maybe when she gets a little older, the attention span will be there.
I'm hoping so.
Maybe.
She looks at me, so she's listening, obviously.
Right.
She's just not paying attention.
We're
going to work on that.
We're
working on that.
Sure.
I mean, it's only been 3.5 weeks, so I would say we'll give her another couple weeks.
Okay.
It should probably catch on by then, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think
seems totally reasonable. It didn't work with either of the other kids, but I think this one is really going to work.
I'm not sure that Jackson understands the quiet game very well either. And I say that in a nice way. He does not.
I think he understands it. He just doesn't want to participate in it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he probably understands exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as much fun as what he has in mind.
Yeah. He is unsubscribed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. His quiet inside voice is basically not high pitched screaming.
That's true.
So
that is an improvement.
Yeah, it is an improvement. We're just working on improving that a little bit more.
I just love it because he's a little chatterbox.
That kid will talk your ear off. Yeah.
Anything and everything.
So this kid has never met a stranger.
No.
He will tell anyone. So Taylor had a friend over this morning, and he was telling us about in his dreams, the dinosaurs brought him presents or brought him toys.
Cool.
Or no, it wasn't dinosaurs, the monsters. The monsters brought him toys.
Well,
we've been battling monsters lately at bedtime. So, but now the monsters are bringing him toys in his dreams. He said, not for real, in my dreams. Like, well, at least the monsters are good guys now.
That's true.
Keep those toys coming so you don't wake up at 2 a.m. screaming. He's done that a few times. Not scream. He doesn't scream. He just gets out of bed and comes downstairs and comes in bed with you. And he will. And then he screams if you try to get him out. So and it's 2 a.m. Like I would have just gone to bed shortly before, after Josie's last bottle. So I'm not fighting that battle. Like, you pick your battles, and that's not one. I'm like, listen, dude, I'm trying to go to sleep. Just stay really still and don't make too much noise. I'm going to bed.
Quiet game in the bed.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So would you say that maybe Josie's being a bad influence on Jackson? Like,
you know what?
He's screaming now. Sometimes, occasionally.
He's picking things up.
Yeah.
We need to talk to her about that, about being a good. It's a similar talk that we give Macy. Macy's already figured this out, that she is, an example for Jackson. We need to let Josie know that she needs to be a better example for Jackson.
Yeah. You just need to sit her down.
I'm glad we figured it. Big parenting show today. Big parenting show. We're figuring a lot of parent stuff out.
Let's see here. Some of the great whites. Oh, you had me until the great whites.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out on that.
It's one of those things. Sharks are fascinating.
Yeah,
I think they're they are the coolest.
Yep.
But there's like a mutual respect. You know what I mean? Like, you live in the ocean. I live on the land. So
right.
I'm just going to leave you in the ocean.
Right.
You leave me alone when I'm in the ocean. Should you ever decide to be on the land, I will leave you alone too.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. You stay in your lane. I'm going to stay in my lane.
Yes.
Don't merge into me, and I won't merge into you.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast about something like this recently. The chances of actually getting bitten by a shark are actually incredibly low.
Yes.
And so what was the topic? The topic was like perception, right?
Yes.
And people that take action based on perceptions rather than taking action on, analytics.
Sure.
If you look at the numbers, the chance of getting attacked by a shark are incredibly low.
Right.
But we spend a lot of money every year on preventing shark attacks and doing all these studies with sharks. And they're like, listen, if you look at the numbers, it's really not as compared to, say, like automobile deaths, it's really not that bad. Or
even drowning in the ocean. That's the thing.
Yeah, drownings. There was one year where, like, it was, and I'm sure everyone's heard it, like, there's you had a better chance of like a vending machine falling on you than getting attacked by a shark or something like that. So I was like, we're not bolting the vending machines to the walls yet. So
that's true.
Let's calm down on the sharks. Maybe the sharks are just misunderstood.
I think they're just hungry. You know what I mean?
Well, or maybe they're just trying to give. Here's the thing: sharks can't hug. They don't have arms. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're just trying to give hugs with their teeth.
Not sure I'm buying it, but maybe.
Have you ever asked one?
No, I haven't gotten. I've swam with them, but I've not ever.
I'm just saying.
I've swam with the little reef sharks. Those I feel pretty good about my survival rate. You know what I mean? And I understand that it is a irrational fear. I understand it.
Yeah. Until you've swam a mile in their fins, I don't think you can judge them. I've been saving that one up for a long time.
I don't want to swim a mile, period. That sounds awful.
All right. Let's try to steer this back on track. Bring on your fence questions.
Lauren.
Hey.
Good. We don't want rid of you.
Deal.
Yeah.
Deal. Absolutely.
In fact, you can't get rid of us.
Yeah.
So
actually, it's the other way around. Yeah.
Not wrong.
Debatable.
I was wondering, where did he get that from?
From his mom. Loud and outspoken and running through the house and
running. I have often seen Taylor running through the house. Running.
Yeah. Yeah. And screaming and throwing things. I mean, which one of us does that sound like? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Same here for us, obviously, too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why we have a show, is because we just can't stay quiet. We're like, we might as well turn a camera on, turn this into some content or something.
Candace is actually like, get out of the office and go talk to someone else, please.
We're like, well, Candace, we're going to be gone for a little while. And she's like, it's okay. You can stay gone longer.
Is that a promise?
As long as, that's what she means when she says, as long as you take as long as you need.
Really? I've got it.
I've got this under control.
Go ahead.
I did hear the door click when we left. Was that the lock?
It probably was. It explains a lot.
It does some explaining.
All right.
What is up, Fence King? What is up? So we've got Louisiana, California. Is Lori Virginia? Is that right?
So, yeah.
I think so. We're just like, we're a big show.
Yeah.
Pretty big fence show. I mean, we're not really talking about fence right now.
No.
But we're a pretty big fence show.
But we could.
Yep. All right. For you guys just joining us, we've got a debate going on that we need some help settling. We've had some people vote early, but then we didn't talk about it for a while.
That's true.
Should it be Ask a Fence Gal Friday or is Ask a Fence Gal Friday? Let us know in the comments below. We're trying to figure this out. Yep. I'm not going to give you guys my thoughts because it could skew the voting. I know how this goes.
Okay.
Could skew the voting for sure.
Also, actually, while we've got the Fence King on here.
Yep.
I got a little bone to pick.
Dan.
And it's not so much about you, Dan, as it is maybe the warranty package that you wrote. Because I was minding my own business, reading my book in bed at like 9:45 last night.
Yeah,
and I hear bzz. I'm like, that's weird. Who's texting me at 9:45? Looked it up. Joe.
I was up.
I'm like, what?
Josie's up to like midnight 2 a.m. So I was like, 9:45 is pretty early.
Yep. And what do I see when I open my phone? It's King. I'm like,
it was your warranty work. So I saved it, sent it over to Sarah. We're like, check this out. Yeah. We're going to need to do something like this.
Because it puts, like, we've been talking about this for a little bit. Like, we have a bunch of different warranties for, ornamental and all that stuff. But I love that it puts it in one place.
Yeah. So to fill everybody in, what Dan and Dylan are doing down at Fence King in Louisiana is they basically essentially put all of their warranties on one piece of paper. Mm-hmm. This is what you can expect out of your fence. This is the warranty on cedar. This is the warranty on treated pine. This is the warranty on chain link. If they install it, this is their warranty.
Yes.
And it goes out to all their customers. And I think this is a good idea. And so Dan, I'd be happy to hear your thoughts on this. What I'm thinking is we do a similar thing. Is we figure out what the warranties are. Obviously we warrant the lifetime workmanship warranty, and then we figure out, kind of compile all the material warranties from all the different manufacturers into one place. Because it's one of those things. Like, I've got a good idea what all the warranties are. Most of the warranties anymore are lifetime, but they're all different places, right? The Postmaster, we refer to the Postmaster website. If it's the Ameristar Fence products, we refer to those websites.
Yep.
It'd be good to compile them in one place and publish them on our website.
Yep.
So we have a warranties tab on our website where anyone can click on it, look and see, so that they know what to expect. Right. And that's kind of my thinking is that anyone that's considering having Ozark Fence build their fence, they can click on the website and they know right off the bat exactly what the warranties are going to cover on anything that we install.
Yeah.
And then I think we take it a step further. I think then we also send that out with all the proposals.
Yep.
Because in Job Nimbus, which is the program that we use for proposals and CRM project management, you can add as many attachments as you want. So then it would be, find attached to your proposal, also find attached the warranties related to the products that that we're proposing. That way everyone's on the same page on day one.
Right.
That's the thing is because a lot of folks will call and say, well, I didn't know if this was covered. Like, I don't know, gate adjustments. I've got a gate. Well, actually, so we had a lady call in and speak to Stephanie this morning about a gate that we had installed about 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Said it's difficult to open and close.
Well, her words were it had warped. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, it's the boards.
Yeah.
And then she sent pictures over, and it really looks like just a strong wind has kind of jarred it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, gate adjustment.
It's a quick adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but she was asking for an estimate on what it cost to fix it.
Yep.
And so on our end, it was like, oh no, that's just going on the warranty board and we'll just fix it free of charge. But she didn't know. Right. So that tells me that if it's 3 years ago, I'm the one that worked with her.
Yeah.
I didn't do a good job of explaining that any gate adjustments are going to be free. They're going to be warranted because it's a reflection of how we installed the fence.
Absolutely.
It applies to the workmanship warranty.
Right.
So we need to do a better job at just making sure everyone knows up front and throughout the process exactly what the warranty is so that they're not, hesitant to call us. If a gate's not closing correctly, I want to fix it immediately before it turns into a bigger issue. And honestly, before it kind of lodges in the back of their mind that, man, this gate, I've been trying to get this thing to work for the last several months. It's hard to open and close.
Yes.
No, I want to fix it right now.
Right now. Yeah.
That way it's just done. I mean, let's be honest, it's an investment. Fences, especially now with the material shortages, fences are not inexpensive. No. They are an investment. So we need to make sure that investment lives up to, what the customer invested in the fence.
Absolutely.
So, or the value matches the investment is what we need to do.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. Dan, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate your contributions. Absolutely.
Yeah. Might end up picking your brain when we're kind of putting together our own, but I love
absolutely.
I love that concept. It's cool.
Yep. I like it a lot. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Welcome.
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, we were right. All right.
Where's Virginia? All right. So we've got Virginia and California and Louisiana.
Yep.
Got everybody covered. We got some Missouri folks, of course.
Yeah.
So, guys, I tell you what, if you're just joining us, let us know you're here by saying hi. The screen tells us that how many people are watching, but they don't tell us who it is, and we'd sure like to say hi to you.
Absolutely.
Also, if you're just joining us, please vote and let us know. Should it be called Fence Gal, Ask a Fence Gal Friday, or Ask a Fence Gal Friday? I'm not going to say which one I prefer because it could skew the voting. So, vote in the comments below.
I don't know that I have a big dog in the race here. Like, I mean, I'm comfortable with either one. I just want to give the people what they want. You know what I mean?
That's you. That's you.
Like many things, this is the sword. This is the sword you have chosen.
That's right. That's right. Also, if you guys are just joining us, give it a like. That way, Facebook knows and YouTube know that we're producing good content that you guys like seeing. It really helps us on the back end produce more content.
Absolutely. All right. We've got a TJ Orlando.
What is up, TJ?
Hello.
What is up?
Welcome.
I'm not supposed to say that I like him more than you. I'm not supposed to say that.
That's fair, though. I mean,
I'm not going to tell you that I do or I don't. I'm just saying I'm not supposed. That's not something I'm supposed to say. Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. What is up, TJ? Welcome to the broadcast.
Yes, welcome. Hello to the dogs.
Yeah. So if you guys are
there with you,
for those of you just joining us, follow TJ's lead and give us a wave so we know you're here. Yes. And ask your fence questions. This is supposed to be a really big fence show.
Yes.
We're supposed to talk about a lot of fence stuff.
A lot of fence stuff. All the fence stuff.
We started off strong. We started off with a fence question.
Yeah, we did.
Boy, did we answer it.
We did.
Gave fence answers and everything.
Boom. Yeah.
Yep. It has officially been, let's see, it looks like 39 minutes with no alien talk at all.
That's true.
So we might make it the whole time.
Hopefully. We did talk a little about sharks, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, they're kind of like ocean aliens, you know what I mean?
They are like ocean aliens.
Yeah.
They are. Well, and ocean dinosaurs. They're kind of ocean dinosaurs too, aren't they?
No. Okay, do not get TJ started on aliens.
I have.
I know. Kansas City.
Yep.
This has come out multiple times.
Yes. We had a very good late night discussion one evening about the subject of aliens and extraterrestrials, because sometimes those two maybe aren't the same thing.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Just saying. We don't have time in this show to get into that. I'll tell you that right now.
I will say.
Okay.
It was earlier this year, and I was out duck hunting, and we were waiting for the boat to come back. So it's just dark as can be, 4:00 in the morning. Sitting up there, and I was waiting with one of my other buddies, and we're looking, kind of just laying, looking at the stars, and we were talking back and forth. He ended up, he's in the same line of work as TJ, so we're kind of talking about all that stuff, and all of a sudden he goes, "Have you been watching this green light in the sky?" And I was like, "Yes, I have." And it was like weird and like darty, and then it just disappeared. And like, because at the same time we were both like, "Where did it go?" And it wasn't cloudy. And they're like, "What in the world?" And then like 2 minutes later we're talking about something else, and all of a sudden he's like, "It's back." And I was like, "I see it." Like, it was weird. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was likely a satellite, but it was very weird how it was moving.
Was it a drone?
It was not close enough to be a drone, I don't think.
Okay.
It looked very far away. I don't know if it's like millions of light years away, but it looked pretty far. Okay. Approximately very far.
Gotcha.
Yes. Oh.
What is up, Jordan?
Hi, Jordan. What's up?
That's a good question on the Pinnacle Finds. So what Jordan's referring to is I've got another YouTube channel called Pinnacle Finds where I go through a lot of baseball cards and see what each box has in store for us. I haven't done any in a while because we had a little baby show up, so I need to get back on my baseball game there. I actually have some recorded, Jordan. I just haven't gotten them edited and uploaded. So what's today? Friday. Let's say maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll put it on my action list for today to get a couple uploaded. So what I'm going to do, I've got a few that are already recorded. So my plan is to just upload them on Saturdays and Sundays, schedule them out for a few weeks, and let me get kind of back on track a little bit.
Cool.
But shortly is the answer.
I like that. You haven't found any like Jaime Garcia cards, have you? No.
Have not. I tell you what. So I probably don't have it handy. It's going to be in one of these boxes. We found a pretty big Pokemon card.
Yeah. Okay.
Just found a shiny Charizard, which is like what everyone's trying to find. This thing, like, depending on where you look, this thing's a couple $1,000 card.
Wow.
So
cool.
I don't know if that one's been uploaded yet.
Sure.
If not, I'm going to upload that one this weekend.
There you go.
I don't know. I think it has been uploaded, but if not, I'm definitely uploading that one. That's the biggest card I found. Biggest Pokemon card we found yet is a shiny Charizard. Like I said, it's a couple $1,000 card. So
that's awesome.
Coming soon, Jordan.
All right. This is a 2-part comment. Is it best to replace? Okay.
Yep. Is it best to replace boards on an old fence or the whole fence? By the way, I found some 2020 Topps Heritage high number cards today. That is a big find. Congratulations on that. Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means.
It's a big find. So Topps Heritage. Topps Heritage are nice to collect anyway. It's a Topps brand, so they're going to be good cards. But high number just means that they're more of the sought after cards.
Okay.
So
heck yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. Jordan, you need to start a channel so I can watch you open these cards. I'd be interested in seeing what's in there.
There you go.
I'm on a strict no more buying cards hiatus for a while because this room is getting
cards in here.
Awfully full. Like it's just getting too full.
These aren't even open.
I know. So that's the thing I know what it is. It's the Bowman draft. So I've got some Bowman draft cards to open up.
Okay.
I've also got they must not be Bowman draft because I got Bowman draft over there. I don't know. This is why I'm on a buying hiatus, strict buying hiatus. So anyway, answer your fence question. That's probably what we should do on a fence broadcast. What do you think? Is it better to replace boards than an old fence or replace the old fence?
I think it depends. It kind of depends on what's going on with those boards. So I would say if you don't like the color, maybe they're rotting. All of them are. Likely if they're rotting, the posts under the ground have also rotted, that sort of thing. So I don't know that it'd be worth it to pick all the pickets off. And another thing to keep in mind, when you're taking those pickets off, a lot of times that 2x4 is also jeopardized. So by the time you're already rebuilding the 2x4s and the pickets, but you're not replacing the posts, like eventually you're going to have to go back and replace those posts anyways.
Yeah.
So that's where I would probably go back and just do it with steel. But let's say maybe you got a little lawnmower happy and you hit a couple of them, which does happen. Those absolutely, I would just replace a couple at a time. I don't think that's a big deal at all.
Yeah, exactly. So the way I judge it is the structure intact? Is it structurally sound? Okay. Well, if so, if you can get 4 or 5 more years out of this fence, maybe it makes sense to replace the boards.
Yeah.
Kind of an in-between option, an option that wasn't presented, but I'll talk about it, is if it's structurally sound and the reason you're wanting to replace these boards is they don't look nice.
Yeah.
You can always clean and stain them.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of we've been offering staining now for the last couple of years, and we found it's a really nice half step.
Yes.
I don't like the fence the way it looks. It looks old and gray, and it doesn't look, I've just got done redoing the exterior of my house, so now I've got an old looking fence.
Right.
But structurally, the fence is it's structurally sound. We can get 4, 5, 6 more years out of this fence before we're talking about replacing it. Yes. So let's clean it and stain it. It's usually a good half step in that direction.
Yeah.
But like you said, if the boards are damaged and really replacement is kind of the only thing, but the structure's sound, I'd say replace those boards.
Yeah.
But to your point, if the posts themselves are rotted, I would say, if 10 or 15% of those posts are rotted, you're probably to the point of replacing the fence. Yeah. I think that 10 to 15% of the posts is kind of a good threshold or a good rule of thumb. Yep. If you had 2 or 3 rotted, I'd probably just replace those. Yeah. If you have 8, 9, 10, you probably ought to replace the fence.
I think it's all on kind of like what you want to invest in your project as well. Because I think what I would want to be careful of is over time replacing little by little might end up being more expensive labor wise.
And that's why I say 10 or 15% of the posts. Yeah. Because that's kind of where that cutoff is. All right, so if we're replacing 5 posts, it's likely $800 or $900, depending on the project.
Sure.
But so now we're like, well, you spent $800 or $900 on this fence, but it's not a new fence. But it still looks like an older fence. So at what point do you kind of cross that threshold and saying, I think the better value here is to replace, whether we do it or someone else does it. I think the better value here is replacing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have people that call in, and a lot of times they'll send pictures, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Let me go out there. Let me look and see what's going on. And sometimes it is exactly that, where the posts are totally fine. The structure's fine, but maybe it's a 4-year-old fence and it just looks gray and they don't like the gray. And that's exactly when we'd be like, hey, why do you want to replace it? If it's just aesthetics, I don't know.
Yeah, let's clean it and stain it.
Yeah.
And it'll make it look so much nicer. And, if you keep it up and clean it every year and stain it depending on the which type of stain you use, 3 to 5 years, restain it. The thing's going to look nice for a long time.
You know what I would like to do? I don't know if we can do it this quickly, but for lawn and garden, I think it would be really cool if we took an older panel of fence. We have the original older, then we have in the middle is cleaning it, and then the other side's clean and stain. Because I think it's hard for people to realize, like, no, we can.
What the difference is?
Yeah. No, a lot of times you can actually bring color into it because, you're looking at a gray fence going, how is that going to turn brown?
Right.
Like, wait, no, like we can.
Yeah.
Depending on the age, of course.
But, I like that idea. Lawn and Garden show's a month away, roughly. It's 26th, 7th, and 8th of February, something like that.
Might be cutting it close to get it dry, you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And we need to find an old panel first. Yeah. I know we don't have any of those right now. That's a good idea, though.
Down.
Yeah, we need to see if we've got a removal coming up or something like that. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Put it on next one. Put it on our ideas board.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Or maybe it's just an
what?
option at the office.
That's exactly what I was going to say. If we can't get it done by the home show, I think we definitely do that and have it in our display area. So the new buildings that we bought that we're expanding into next door, there's a area that we're going to kind of turn into a demo fence area. We should definitely have it in that demo area. And then every year we can then take it off those posts. We'll install on steel posts so we can just back the screws out, take it to the show, display it there. And that way kind of give an idea what it looks like year on year.
Yeah.
So it's not, hey, this is what it looks like brand new when it's first, obviously the panel's old, but this is what the stain looks like brand new.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to show more of a weathered look too.
Absolutely. Orange scrunchie. Ooh, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to that idea at all.
But you're not doing it.
No, I haven't found him.
Brent had to think up that you haven't. Amazon is the answer for everything. I guarantee Amazon has 100 orange scrunchies.
Could be onto something here, Brent.
Why did Brent think this before you did?
A lot of times my hair isn't like in a bun or anything, but I guess I could wear mostly it's ponytail.
Yeah, well,
9 times out of 10 it's ponytail.
Yeah, which is you can wear a scrunchie in a ponytail
as long as it's durable enough. Because sometimes those scrunchies they don't hold your hair in place.
Sure.
And that makes me kind of angry. But
Brent, that's a great idea. Hey, Brent, let me ask you. Should it be Ask a Fence Gal Friday or Ask a Fence Gal Friday? Yeah. That's the debate. If you guys haven't voted yet, which so far only 2 people have voted in the comments, let us know. Should it be Ask a Fence Girl Friday or Ask a Fence Gal Friday?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan.
I try my best.
That's right.
Gotta reel it in sometimes.
We're still figuring this out. We're still figuring this Facebook and YouTube stuff out.
Absolutely.
But we're getting there. We're fence folks. So we're figuring it out.
Yeah. Keep them coming then. Keep the ideas coming.
That's right. It's
awesome.
Well, guys, we're kind of getting close to. We've got about 14 more minutes here. So if you got some fence questions, fire them at us. We'd surely like to bring this back around to some fencing related questions. Ask any of all of your fence related questions. Or just say hi and vote on the Friday versus Friday. It looks like TJ's voting.
I already know what his vote is. Oh,
no, that's not the one.
That's not the one. This one.
Friday for show. Vote entered.
For show.
Vote entered.
Yes.
I'm tallying these in my head.
Yep.
Well, Friday. Yay, I don't know. King. Well, okay.
Yay. Okay.
Okay. Noted.
I did not know.
That's not really where we're going with that.
No, it is not that kind of Friday here.
No. I do not need any more craziness in my life.
No.
It's a good question. Actually, Dan, we're kind of in this boat at the moment. So actually, we have 2 clients in this boat. So what we do is we use QuickBooks for the billing, so it sends them reminders, and of course we assess finance charges to the late accounts, late fees, and all that. Then in the state of Missouri, we have 6 months to file a mechanics lien on the property. So we kind of give them every opportunity to pay. So our process is at month 4. We then send a letter. The lawyer sends a letter demanding for payment. Also it's also an intent to lien letter that if the payment isn't, if the final payment isn't made within X amount of days, then we'll file a lien on the property. Yeah. So we've only had to file a lien in the last. I can't remember the last time we did it before this. We've had to file 1 lien, and that was probably 4 or 5 years ago. Usually we end up getting paid, and it's. I don't know. I don't want to put myself in their shoes and try to guess at why we're not getting paid, but it happens occasionally.
Yeah.
So we've got 1 in the process now. We've got another one that I actually need to email the packet off to the lawyer today. We've been trying to get a hold of them. They've quit answering our phone calls and emails, and the first few phone calls are always is there a reason? Yeah, is there a reason? Yeah. Do we need to send a crews out? I'll come out with a crews today, and we'll make something right if need be. And then those calls, no, we just, we're going to get you paid. We're going to get you paid. It's a new checks in the mail sort of thing, right? So that's kind of our process. I don't like to do it. Obviously it costs money to have the lawyer draft letters and file these things, but at the same time, we also need to get paid as well. That's by the time the project's over, we've already paid for the materials. We've already paid for the guys.
Right.
Everyone else has gotten paid, but the company hadn't been paid yet. So.
Right.
Company needs to be paid so we can keep the lights on and pay the utilities and all that good stuff.
Well, and that's part of the contract.
That's right.
We're going to do our part. And your part is to pay. So,
and that's the thing. Technically, according to the letter in our contract, the final payment's due upon substantial completion.
Correct.
So technically, the day we're done is when it's due. Now, we collect on net 15 terms. So because I want them to have a couple weeks of opening and closing the gate, walk the fence, make sure everything is exactly the way they wanted it to be before the payment is due.
Right.
But some folks take some extreme measures with that.
Sure.
Take a little bit far.
Yeah, but we've been fortunate that we don't run into that too often.
Very rarely. It's incredibly rare that we have two right now that are this way. Usually it'll happen a couple of times a year. Right. So to have it happen twice a month is kind of odd. But anyway.
Go ahead and vote.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Vote counted.
Fence King
Fence
Friday.
King Friday. I love it. I love it.
Like
you guys should do it. I'm serious. This is a great opportunity for us to reach out and talk to our clients, let them ask any, or potential future clients ask any fence related questions.
Yep.
It's just a great time for us to interact. It keeps a line of communication open, right?
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
Dan, I think you should absolutely do Fence King Friday,
yeah.
but don't do it from 12 to 1 Central.
Yeah, we want to watch.
We don't want we don't want you taking like our audience away. I know Dan. I know how he's going to do it. So he's going to do it top notch. So just don't compete with us, please.
That's a good question.
Very good question. Jordan with the fence questions. Yeah, Jordan, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, so we've only had a couple so far.
Yep.
I'm going to put my predictions out there.
Okay.
I'm going to say that we're going to do more with cedar tone and walnut than any other color.
Oh. Okay.
For this year.
I was going to say chestnut.
Chestnut's beautiful. Chestnut is beautiful.
But you didn't say it, so you can't say that now.
Yeah, and if I
you didn't vote for it. No, you already picked.
I'm just saying between cedar and walnut, I don't know if I could pick one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing,
like
Jordan.
Though.
So and we talked about this a few episodes ago with Stain Steel Experts, is that they have how many different stain colors did she say they had?
Like a lot.
30, 40, something like that.
Something yeah.
A lot of stain colors. We select kind of the top 3 that we see, which is a cedar, a chestnut, or a walnut, which gives you a light, medium, and dark option.
Yes.
We can custom order whichever the colors they offer. Those are the 3 that we keep in stock because we're rolling out a new staining procedure where we've got a dip tank.
Yep.
Where we invested a bit of money into this equipment to where we'll actually be able to dip each fence picket. Now, prior to this, we had a pre-stained machine, which you roll the pickets get run through this machine and stained. What we were seeing is some of the pickets have to get run through 2 or 3 times just to make sure everything gets coated exactly right. I'm a little bit obsessive when it comes to that. So, but with dipping them, dunking them, however you want to call it, it gets all the nooks and crannies, and it lets it soak up as much stain as it's willing to hold, put it up on a drying rack, and it can drip off any excess. So, but this thing's pretty big. It takes 3 55-gallon drums to fill this thing approximately half full.
Okay.
So we're not looking to stock a warehouse 55-gallon drums of stain.
No.
So 9 55-gallon drums is perfectly enough for me. Yep. So that gives us our 3 in cedar, chestnut, and walnut. But we can custom order colors also.
Yeah. Not to say we can't do other colors.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, but Jordan, I'm going on the record to saying chestnut. Sarah's already been on the record to say cedar and walnut. She tried to backpedal, but I'm holding her to it. You heard it here first, guys. Yeah. We'll see. At the end of 2021, we're going to see.
I'm just saying. Walnut, a lot of the newer houses have dark accents now. I'm going to talk. You know what? I'm going to talk to my builder friends. I'm going to see if I can't skew this.
You cannot unduly affect this.
I think
mean, come. That's not fair.
How about those dark brown accents?
If you start discounting dark stains, I'm out. That's unfair. Unfair. No, chestnut's kind of a nice in between. It really is. I like chestnut a lot.
Red tone.
It has a little bit more brown in it. It has a little bit of red, but more brown. My thing with chestnut is it really kind of accentuates a lot of the colors. Now, cedar does too. Yep. Cedar does a good job about it. Cedar's just a little light. Cedar looks great on a new fence.
Yes.
Chestnut looks a little bit nicer on an older fence that you're trying to inject a little bit more color into.
Yep.
So, but I guess that depends then on, are we going to do more pre-stained new fences or clean and stain existing fences? That's going to
affect a lot of it. Yeah.
It's going to affect it. But walnut's
looks dark too. Yeah.
You're right. We talked about this, I think a couple weeks ago, where we talked about walnut's a really nice color. If you've got part of your fence new, part of your fence existing, we can clean that existing, stain it all in walnuts.
Yep.
And then it won't look exact. It won't look 100% perfect, but it's going to be about 90%.
Yeah.
It's going to be really close.
Very close. Oh, you just type it in, Brent.
Yeah, so Brent, we're actually not that high-tech here. We actually created this thought about having a poll after this started.
Yeah.
And I'm not really just super clear on how we can get a poll on this video. I know how we can do contests and things like that, but that's a little bit more in depth, and it's a little bit extra for what we're wanting to do on this.
Yep.
So we're just letting people type in the chat what they want. So
a little more manual process.
Yeah, those of you that are just joining us, we're trying to decide. We need your help on, should it be Ask a Fence Gal Friday or Ask a Fence Gal Friday? Enter your vote in the comment section, and we'll tally these up.
Yep.
I'm not gonna tell you which one I like, because I know that would skew the voting. So I'm gonna stay impartial in it. If you were watching the beginning, you know. But just don't say it. Don't ruin it for everybody. I wouldn't ruin it, but anyway. Also, give it a like. It would really mean a lot to us if you gave the broadcast a like. Yep. It helps us out with Facebook and YouTube, depending on where you're watching it. I let them know that we're producing good content.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. So we actually replaced our fence over the summer, and we did ours mahogany.
Yes.
So it's a darker color, has quite a bit more red in it. A lot of dark brown and red. I like it a lot.
But you know what's interesting is when we were looking at the ones that we were stocking, right? We kind of like, man, pecan and cedar look a lot alike.
That's right.
Especially with the when we switched lumber companies, we were like, man, okay, so we have this new wood, and it just didn't stain the way that the 8-inch boards did. We just switched to 5.5 inch.
Yep.
And so we're like, man, that just doesn't look quite what it did,
Sure.
And so we're like, all right, let's retry this. We stained them all, and we set them side by side. And what I noticed is that the pecan and the cedar were very close in this new lumber. And then walnut, of course, is just walnut, and it's beautiful dark brown. But I really thought that chestnut and mahogany were pretty darn close.
They are. So chestnut mahogany. So mahogany's going to have a little bit more brown and quite a bit more red.
Red, yeah. Yep.
And when we're kind of choosing our cedar, chestnut, walnut, we also went off of previous year sales. Mm-hmm. Mahogany, the few folks I talked to that saw it thought it looked a little too red.
Yeah.
Which is fair. At first, it does look fair. It does have quite a bit of red in it. Now, as it sets and settles and gets finished, the color finishes out. It's actually not super red.
Yeah.
But each their own.
Yeah.
We like the mahogany a lot.
Yeah. We had a horizontal job that did mahogany, and they picked that color because one of the accent bricks. So their main bricks, I think, it was like a tan, and I don't remember what the other color was, but every so often there was kind of a red brick thrown in there, and so they're, man, this would be so cool, and it did. It made it pop. It was really neat. Yeah.
I bet
so. Looks really cool. Oh, Jordan's got the dad jokes.
Tried to climb a fence today. I was shocked to find out it was an electric fence. Jordan, I love these dad jokes so much. And it was a fence-related dad joke.
Winning.
2 thumbs up to you. I don't know what thumbs up count for around here, but I'm giving you 2 thumbs up on that one.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, it is 12:58. Get your votes in. If you want to vote in Ask a Fence Gal Friday versus Ask a Fence Gal Friday, enter your votes now, because at 1 o'clock in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, we're going to decide. And it's going to be decided. It's just going to be set in stone. Sure. From then on, I'm the guy that sets these up, so I'm going to know. Is it going to be Ask a Fence Gal Friday or Ask a Fence Gal Friday? If you don't vote, you can't have anything to say about it. That's you
can never bring it up again.
Them's the rules.
Yeah,
you can never bring it up. You can only accept it.
I really don't know, other than who's commented. I have no idea how we're going to track that. But
track what?
If they voted or not.
We're only going
say it.
We're only going by comments. Voting. That's the only way you can vote, is by commenting.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But I said they can never bring it up again if they didn't vote. Then I'm like,
well, right now it's pretty lopsided.
But you know what?
Why don't we 3 just votes say it's a Friday.
As of today, after today,
it's finished.
Done.
We've got 3 votes Friday, 0 votes Friday. More. So let's see.
Oh, Brent's doing an other. He's writing in his own vote. Friday,
there's not an option C here. There's not an option C.
All right, happy Friday, yay. It kind of sounds like maybe...
Ask a Fence Gal Friday, yay.
kind of sounds like I went to happy hour before we came here, Yay!
Happy
Ask a Fence Gal Friday, yay! Like, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll count the votes. So now we've got 3 votes Friday, 0 votes Friday, 1 vote Friday, yay.
Yeah. Okay. 1 vote Fence King Friday.
That's not an option. Oh. We will not be calling this Fence King Friday. We will not even acceptable. And it would be acceptable for Dan to do it because his business is called Fence King. That does make sense. This show, we will not call it Fence King
Friday. As long as it's not between 11:45 a.m. or p.m. No, a.m. A.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah, you can have it at 11:45 p.m. Perfectly fine.
Absolutely.
You want to have it at midnight? The slot is open.
I don't know that I would. I'd have to watch the replay on that one for sure.
Here's the crazy thing. Let's talk. So these lives the reach on these things get really crazy. Yes. So on the Joe Everest YouTube, I do a live every Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, really. And it's been probably a month or more ago, but we had a guy from London in there, like in the chat talking. And I was like, I'm doing the time change math in my head, and it is very late / early where this guy is at. So I mean, cool. Yeah, never know. So if you're on at midnight, you're hitting the morning crowd. Yep. In Europe. So maybe that's a thing.
Yeah. Could be cool.
I won't be doing it, but maybe you could.
Yeah, not really our demographic,
Not trying to sell many fences in Europe. Yeah.
It'd be cool though. I would open that division.
So I was looking at the analytics for like where people are located that watch the Joe Everest page. Mm-hmm. The majority of them, like 80% are in the United States. And we've got some in Canada, but then we've got some in Europe, such as our friend in London, Australia, New Zealand. Where else? In like Ireland or somewhere. So I'm thinking we need to take this. We need to take it on the road.
Yeah, let's find that Ireland guest.
Yeah, there's probably one.
Interview.
There's probably one folks. That's not the right word.
Well,
one person.
It's technically like Old English.
Yeah, in Ireland. We're gonna find them. We're gonna scour the countryside.
TJ and I have talked a little bit about maybe doing a honeymoon in Scotland. I've wanted to go. He has joined he wants to go. Okay. A lot of culture there, a lot of stuff. So I could just hop on a plane and go and visit your Ireland guest. Maybe you could meet us.
You'd be willing to do that?
I would be willing to do that. Actually, once you're over there, I told DJ, once you're over there, the flights are cheap. They're like $20 in between countries. And I'm like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, it was nuts. To get from Ireland to Spain was a $28 plane ticket. Granted, they're more similar to like states, like how far away they are.
Geographically, they're close.
I'm like,
but $20
to get to Chicago is more than.
Yeah, you couldn't fly Springfield to St. Louis for $20. No way. No.
So anyway, I'm just saying it's possible.
Okay, we got another vote here.
Oh no, Jordan, don't encourage him.
Okay, all right. Voting's closed. It's 1:03. Voting is now closed.
That was a close.
Yeah, I'm closing it right now. All right, so the tally is 3 votes Friday. Mm-hmm. We had 0 votes that said Friday. Yeah. 2 votes that said Friday. Yeah. So from here forth, how's it correct? From here on out, Ask a Fence Gal Friday is what this show will be called. Okay. From henceforth. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
From henceforth.
Yep. Oh, don't delete it. There we go. Okay.
Thank you, Brent.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank you very much. Guys, Brent's got the right idea. We're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
We're going to say thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to us. Thank you for bringing your fence questions. Jordan really brought the fence question fire today. Thank you, sir. If you guys have more fence questions, drop in the comments below. We always kind of watch these comments moving through the week. Gives us an idea of what we need to talk about the following week. Or tune in next week, next Friday, for Ask a Fence Gal Friday. Every Friday from noon to 1 Central Standard Time.
Yep.
But for now, I'm Joe.
Yeah, I'm Sarah.
We'll see you guys next week.
Have a good weekend.